Everybody, what's up? Jason and Betsy joining you. Thanks
Hello,
for
hello.
tuning in to the show. We've got a lot of things to discuss, a lot of pop culture events, a lot of things that are happening. We got the Olympics, we got the aftermath of the big game, Super Bowl, kind of to talk about in the show today. First, though, we're going to spend some time catching up, as we always like to do, catch up with what's going on. Because during the Olympics, Good Day NWA is not on the air so that everybody can enjoy the Olympic Games. That means Betsy and I haven't seen each other in a little bit, which is kind of odd.
Hang out.
Right. So, and I know that today apparently was crazy or something.
Yes.
Betsy,
Today was quite the interesting morning.
let's do the catch up. What's going on?
Let's do it. So, I am a person who just really needs their schedule to be like my daily regular. Now I can, if I know I'm going to have a relaxing day, I can let it go some, but I'm not one that's able to sit around. I need to know what's coming. It comes with having 5 kids, the job I have, logistics is a big thing. Okay. This morning I was going to go for a run. Then I was going to get ready for my day, do some work at home, come up here, hang out, get to do favorite part of the day, then go back to work and do the rest. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is your favorite part of the day?
Favorite part of my Thursdays.
You heard it here.
It's okay. So, all gonna work out fine. Had some buffers. Everything was good.
Right.
Well, morning went a little slower than I had planned. By the time I got ready to go for my run, it was right. We live very close to an elementary school.
Okay.
So I was going to have to fight the elementary school traffic to try to go on my run. I can avoid that by just waiting a little bit longer. I'll just kind of push everything. No big deal. It's fine. So I decided to wait, get some work done, then go on my run. So I start my run. Everything's going okay. Just kind of flip the schedule a little bit. Go on my run. Everything's okay. I know I'm going to be able to go on my run, get back, because I was only running 3 miles today. So I was going to be 26 minutes, like fine.
Yeah.
No biggie. Go on my run, get back, then I'll get ready and come up here.
26 minutes to run 3 miles?
Shut up, Jason.
Okay. Keep going.
Shut up. Okay. I'm working
Sorry,
on
that stopped the story for me.
I know. Leave me alone.
Yes.
For most people, that's good.
I know. Okay? I'm just kidding.
All right.
Okay. So you needed half an hour to get your workout in. I needed half an hour
to get my workout in. So I'm on my run. Everything's going fine. I'm on my way back. And I have recently swapped to actual Apple AirPods.
Okay.
I had other earbuds that I really liked. I lost them. I could not find them. And I knew the second I ordered something new, I was going to find them. That is exactly what happened. I just got the most basic version of the Apple AirPods.
Yeah?
It's the $99 version. Like, that's still a lot of money.
That's expensive.
It's a lot.
Still.
But at least they're not the $300
Bentonville
ones.
membership to pay for.
I know. Well, so I'm not a big fan of the way they fit.
Okay.
I'm not. Left ear is fine. Right ear, it doesn't sit real well. Not a big fan of it. It was a little chilly this morning, so I was running and I actually had my my headband that covers my ears on.
Yes.
Well, as I'm finishing up my run, I'm coming back over the bridge.
Uh-huh.
And there's water under the bridge, rocks under the bridge, okay?
What happened?
I was not paying attention to where I was, and I went to go pull my headband off because I was getting too warm.
Yes.
And
it happens. You start out on a cold morning, and then it warms up closer to gets it new.
Completely normal, something I've done a million times. I told you I don't like the way this AirPod sits in my right ear. So I go to pull my headband off, and the AirPod starts to come out.
Uh-huh.
I reach up to try to grab it. It comes off my hand and bounces off the bridge. It landed in the rocks underneath. I didn't hear it hit the water.
Okay.
It landed in the rocks under the bridge. So I'm like, crap. Okay, I look down. I've got plenty of time. I can stop, go look for a little bit. I'm just going to now, I was going to on the way here, stop at one of the coffee crawl stops and get a coffee crawl stamp. I'll just take that out. Big deal. It's fine. So I go down and I start looking. I do find my AirPod thing. So it's making the little chirping noise. I can tell it's not in the water. It's hiding in the rocks somewhere.
Okay.
But you're under a bridge, rocks, water, sound is bouncing everywhere.
Sure.
I cannot find it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to just give up on this thing. I can come back later.
Even though it was chirping at you.
Even though it was chirping at me. I could hear it, but I would move, and it didn't matter what direction I moved. It didn't seem like I was getting anywhere closer to it. And I looked and I looked and I looked. Like, okay, I've given this thing as much time as I can give it right now. We're really close to my house. I will come back later. it will be fine.
You're
I
gonna be
know it's
fine.
not in the water. Okay.
Yeah.
So fortunately, but unfortunately, then a very sweet older lady comes to try and help me.
I shouldn't make that face when you say very sweet older lady.
Right?
I don't know why.
It
I
was
did.
it was wonderful and the worst all at the same time because she comes to try to help me and I'm like, I really like need to go, but I
Right.
can't just walk away. This woman has walked down here under the bridge to try
To
and help
help
me
you.
find it. So I explained to her when she first gets here, I've been looking for a little while. It's just an AirPod. I have the other one. I'm not going to obsess over this AirPod. I will come back, but I can look for a few more minutes. So we're looking, and she's really trying, and I'm like watching the clock, like I've got to go. So finally I'm like, okay, I've got to go. I've got to go get ready for work. So I get ready to leave. I'm going to run back. Friends, I was 3 steps into running home. I'm about a mile from the house.
Okay.
Not a big deal, right? I go to start running again, and Jason texts me that he's going to be ready early.
Yeah.
And can I come in early?
Well, if you can, it would have been great, but that did not happen.
I'm like, seriously? Really? So I am running that mile as fast as I can run it to get back.
Solid 9-minute pace.
Leave me alone.
I'm so mean today.
You are.
What's in my coffee?
He is not helping this situation. I am an AirPod down. I am trying to get myself back so that I can get
up here.
Up here.
Right.
It's and so then I get home.
Did you find the AirPod?
I never found the AirPod.
Okay, and the sweet lady didn't find the AirPod either.
She didn't find the AirPod either. I am missing a right AirPod. If you are in the Springdale area by Pump Station and you want to go find my AirPod,
yeah,
it's under the bridge somewhere.
It's under the bridge.
Not in the water.
It's rocks under the bridge now.
Right.
Well, that's a stressful morning.
It is. And I'm going to go back this afternoon and look some more for it because it's supposed to start raining tomorrow. So that creek fills up so fast. It's a goner.
It's a goner if you let it linger.
So then I ended up getting here like exactly on time.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. Before we leave the show today, I want you to try out my bone conducting headphones that I have with me. Have you ever tried those?
I've not tried them.
Right. Okay. So just see what's up because you're saying you don't like the way these fit.
I don't like the way they fit.
And I'm never an AirPod user. I have taken the ones that we've gotten our kids before and just tried them for a second, and I'm like, I don't really like the way they fit either. They kind of like always feel like they're gonna pop out of my ear hole.
It's gonna fall out.
And so, ear hole, is that the right term?
Sure.
Ear canal? I don't know. There's something probably medically correct about that.
Probably.
But these bone conducting ones, they actually sit outside of your whole ear altogether.
Okay.
So I'm just interested to see what you say about those.
See how that goes.
So so while we're catching up, one more thing, just this kind of pull in a story from last week.
Yes.
McDonald's caviar sold out.
Ooh, people were mad.
Isn't that
hot
crazy?
Mad.
So fill us in, right? Let's remind folks about this caviar McDonald's
Okay, so we talked about last week that McDonald's for Valentine was going to have a one-time, very limited supply of caviar. Caviar kits that were going to be completely free. You could order this kit. Came with your caviar, came with some creme fraiche, came with a little spoon to do it, to use it, and a $25 McDonald's gift card to get you some McNuggets. You're supposed to put the caviar on the McNuggets, and that's your Valentine treat.
Ta-da.
Okay, very limited supply. It was going to be, you had to be online on this one specific day, February 10th, at 11 a.m.
Sold out instantly.
People were so mad. Sold out instantly. They got online. I can't find where a single person actually got it. They got online, screen was white, would not load. 3 to 5 minutes later, depending on, there's a couple of different people who have said, some said 3, some said 5 minutes later, the screen does finally load and it says that it's sold out. And McDonald's only explanation is that it was so popular that it overloaded the site, and by the time the site was able to catch back up, they were already completely out of them. So we still don't know how many they had. We did say that they were going to be in very limited supply. I'm going to assume extremely limited supply.
Like 5 of them, and you gave it to the employees at one specific McDonald's?
They've got a great big uprising happening. People are really mad because they're saying McDonald's just lied to them. That this just isn't even
there used to be the old adage that any press is good press.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes that is still true.
I agree.
I mean, this isn't a good look for McDonald's, but it
No.
did cause a bunch of traffic on social media and brings McDonald's top of mind again. And you're like, oh, yeah, I could use some chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets are good.
You know?
I'm going to get me some McDonald's
Right.
chicken
So
nuggets.
I don't know. Maybe that was the whole thing. Maybe they didn't even make any of these at all.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy
They
theories.
just wanted you to come and
Yeah.
try
it
out,
out.
see, get all of those people posting about McDonald's.
Well, let's look forward a little bit to what we got coming up on the show today. Let's catch up. We've already done that. We're going to talk big game aftermath. Some numbers are in, people who watched the Super Bowl this year. We're going to talk about the commercials because how could we not talk about those commercials?
Got to talk about the commercials.
And then also Olympics happening, medals, mascots, mayhem. It's all happening. So stick with us, folks. We got a lot of fun to come on the show. We'll be right back after this with more right about now. Welcome back, everybody. Right about now. Thanks for tuning in with us. We got to talk about the Super Bowl because it happened. It came, it went,
It happened.
Where did you watch it? How did you? I know we talked about all those foods we were going to have
those
last
foods.
week.
I
didn't have a
watched
single
it
one.
at home with the family.
Nice.
We had a little bit of a plan adjustment just because of a hiccup that happened with some family stuff.
A lost earbud.
It's a lost earbud. It was the whole thing. Anyway, we just watched it at home.
Yeah.
Made our own. We made a bunch of snacks, filled our plates, enjoyed the show, and it was great. Where'd you watch it?
So Jill wasn't feeling well,
Oh.
and my son went over to his girlfriend's house.
Oh, okay.
And so Pippi and I we just walked up to Buffalo Wild Wings because we have one in our
Oh,
neighborhood.
yeah, and
And
right
we
there.
did the first half and halftime performance from there. We came back for the second bit of it, and Jill was feeling a bit better at that point. But yeah, so we had wings.
You
Yeah,
had buffalo
we
wings.
had so we were gonna go to this party. All four of us were headed over to a friend's house. Always throws a party, always a lot of fun. Got sick, like stomach sick,
Oh.
and was like, I don't think I should be hosting a Super Bowl
Yeah.
party right now.
Please don't.
So then we said, okay, well, we'll do it at our house. And
Yeah.
then Jill started not feeling well. So then it just kind of devolved into, well, let's just go to Buffalo Wild
Yeah.
Wings and take in the game. But it's always a good time there. I mean, they get backed up. Obviously, every place like that, sports bar, gets backed up
Of
on.
course it does.
But good food and if you get bored with the Super Bowl, then they've got some other kind of sport playing on some other
all
screen,
sorts of other stuff happening.
So yeah, and a lot of people tuned in this year to the Super Bowl, right? The numbers were pretty high.
People tuned in. So this was the second highest watched Super Bowl on average. We're talking average numbers. Now there's peaks and valleys in all of this.
Right.
Second to last year's game, 124.9 million viewers averaged.
Right.
Last year's game was 128.2. I want to say the high point was 134 something, 133.4 million, something like that during the halftime show. And then they fade back off.
Right.
I was actually kind of surprised that the number stayed that high, the average stayed that high, because the football game itself
Was boring.
was boring.
Yes.
It was a dull one.
My coach in high school used to say it. You hear it no matter what sport you play. Offense draws crowds, defense
Defense
wins
wins the game.
championships, right? And so, that's what happened in this. It was a defensive slog for those fans with special teams and defense. Man, this was literally your Super Bowl because
Yes.
it was very much forward and on display the whole time. But yeah, there wasn't any exciting, huge, wow, how did they make that catch? Break it off for a 50-yard run.
And it was
None of
actually
that.
a really fast Super Bowl
I thought so,
because
too.
there were not penalties.
Right. It was relatively penalty free. I feel like at the end it started to feel like an NFL game
It
because
did.
there were more penalties and they
Yes.
scored a couple touchdowns or whatever.
Yeah,
But at
New
that
England
point the
came
game had
back.
already been decided, so it didn't really matter that much. And I was going for the Seahawks.
Yes.
I know a lot of Arkansas fans were cheering for the Patriots because of the Hunter Henry connection. And I
Which
wanted
makes
Hunter to have a
sense.
great game, and he
Yes,
caught a couple
absolutely,
passes.
absolutely.
Cool. But I was going for that Sam Darnold redemption story, I guess. And so, anyway, that played out like I
Yeah,
wanted it to.
it did. The game score was very close to where I thought it was going to be. It did take it a little longer.
I thought it was going to be 15-0 for
Yeah.
the longest time.
So it was if you are a real hardcore football watcher,
Yeah.
you might have gotten a little bit more out of it, but
Yeah.
for most of us the game was pretty boring. Halftime was fantastic.
Yeah. Fun.
Always a blast to watch.
Fun. What I appreciated about the halftime show, being a theater person, is that it felt like it was a Broadway show, or I had a person describe it as an
did.
opera, because you had
Yes.
set pieces, you had props, you had like different little musical moments, and so the theater kid in me was like, "That's cool. You
That's
brought all
pretty
those set with you."
And
to
the way they
stadium.
had it all set up as you followed him, so you didn't necessarily even see the set changes, because even on stage, they're drawing your eyes somewhere else so that you're not noticing what's happening over here. And I loved, did you see the photos of the people in the grass
Oh, yes,
after
I did.
running off? I thought that was just fantastic.
Yeah, those people got paid. I read some kind of like they got paid a certain amount of money to rehearse and also to come. It was like a week of rehearsal where they just went out and stood in grass costumes
They
for
had
hours.
to, because they had to be in their costume. They had to stand, and then they had to move, and they
Yeah,
had to kind of
shape,
change
yeah.
and adjust, and it all had to time out just perfectly.
It did.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
You know, I think this Super Bowl for me, more than other Super Bowls, and I guess it just has to do with my age too, but it becomes apparent. We know the NFL isn't all about the game.
Right.
We know that. But it's so on display at a moment like this. The Super Bowl is a concert. It is a bunch of advertisers who want you to go buy their product. I mean, the NFL is a product itself, right? So it is like America consumerism bowl to me
Yes.
when I watch it. I know you
Very
always say
much.
Fayetteville Athletic Club, so much more than just a gym. And I think Super Bowl, so much more than just a game,
Yes.
right?
Very true. You are very, very, very correct. And I love that there's the Uber Eats commercials that are actually playing off of that.
Absolutely, because the NFL makes you want to eat
Makes you
food,
wanna
right?
eat food.
Which, I mean, that is the truth, and we've all known it. And the fact that they're kind of calling it out and leaning into it in order to drive business is I love the twist they're putting on it. I
Yeah.
guess, right? You're not wrong. Absolutely. Did you have any commercials that stood out that you enjoyed?
So, yes, there were quite a few commercials that I actually really liked. The commercials I liked and the order of America's pick on the commercials didn't quite match up. My favorite was actually the Amazon Alexa Ring doorbell
I don't even know if I saw it.
commercial. So
I could have been walking back from Buffalo Wild Wings at that point.
probably where it turns into a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
And how do you know what the Alexa is telling you to do, and you're just doing what the Alexa is telling you? And it was pretty good. The Xfinity Jurassic Park one, where
Oh, I
all they
like
had
that
to do
one.
was plug in.
Yeah, but is that the one where you saw all the old returning
Yes.
characters also?
Yeah.
Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum, Laura Dern were all in that
Yep,
commercial,
all
which
in
was
that
kind of fun.
commercial, and all they had to do was plug it in. The 90s references in the Dunkin' Donuts
The Dunkin' one was
commercial,
my favorite, personally.
I thought that one was pretty fantastic.
I loved it. I loved seeing all those people, and then a weird cameo by Tom Brady also in
Right?
there. I don't know. That was a fun one to me, just
That
because
one
I
I feel
recognized
like was very
everybody.
directed to our age range.
Yes,
I don't
100%.
think- I don't think my kids understood.
But
a
also, our
single
age range are the
one.
people who spend money
Very
right now.
true.
So
Very,
they're
very, very
targeting
true.
those money spenders.
Did you see the Liquid IV commercial with all the
Maybe. I
toilets?
have mixed emotions about Liquid IV, but
Well,
Liquid IV is a drink, by the way.
It
It's not an
is.
actual IV. It's a powder or drink that you can get.
hydration
That,
powder you put in your
yeah,
water.
it's got electrolytes and all that stuff.
With all the toilets and looking at your pee in the
Okay, is that
toilet.
what it was about?
Yeah.
Weird.
It took a real long time. I mean, I continually was locked in because I'm like, who in the world has done what is happening?
Yeah.
And then to
And then
have
you
it all
figured it
come
out.
down to liquid IV, stay hydrated.
Yeah, it's weird.
like,
Let's
Okay.
walk through these. So these were ranked, I guess. This is on
were.
USA Today, the article
Yes.
we're looking at. The first one was American Icons, which was this Budweiser commercial with a Clydesdale and a baby eagle.
They always have big
The
commercials.
coolest thing I thought about that commercial, it wasn't my favorite. It was cool.
Yeah.
But when they came back to the live broadcast of the game, they had a horse with an eagle on his back. And I was like, that's a cool tie-in.
They really
You knew that
played that
commercial
one
was going to
well.
happen. And Budweiser said, we want you to show this right after that. So I thought that was cool. The Last Harvest commercial with Lay's was second. I mean, that was...
It was a tug at your heartstrings
Yeah, I guess
commercial.
so. Yeah. The choice with the Pepsi and the polar bear.
And the Coca-Cola polar bear.
Right, yeah. So that was fascinating play on the taste tests that we've seen done across commercials forever. They put Duncan in the fourth spot with Ben Affleck doing kind of a bit of a Goodwill Hunting sort of thing. And we had all these icons from the 90s in there. Urkel was in there and tons of others. So really fun.
They even brought back Sam Malone from Cheers.
They did. That was my favorite, seeing Ted Danson back there. I
Yes.
love me watching some Cheers.
Oh, Cheers was fantastic.
Mick Ultra. So we've got
The Ultra instructor.
right, which was Kurt Russell. And I think this is an interesting tie-in because of those of you who are not following along, Kurt Russell's second season of the Monarch show that is about in the Godzilla and King Kong universe is about to drop on Apple TV. So I thought their timing on this was impeccable because you're getting Kurt Russell back in front of your face again.
Yep.
And also then Apple TV is going to launch a thing. Anyway, I don't know if Mick Ultra and Apple talked about that at all, but I
feel
just
like
thought
there
it was
had to be
timely.
something. There had to be some sort of tie in there. And then it ties back to the Olympics in that they were, skiing and racing and all the
100%.
things.
Jurassic Park
Made
with
number
the
6.
Xfinity thing. What was the relax your? This was funny, right? It's a
Prostate
funny,
cancer.
it's a funny play on tight end, and they had George Kittle in the
Yes.
commercial.
They
right?
had a lot of tight ends
Right.
in the commercial, including Gronk is at the end of it. And
That's
it's
right.
about a new
Gronk's
blood
backside.
test
Yeah.
for detecting prostate cancer.
NFL champion.
This one was cute. This was kids, and
Was it just a commercial for the NFL?
It basically. It
What if
was
they
a
had to
whole,
buy a
like,
spot?
It was
Their
a whole
own-
like believe in yourself,
Yeah.
try hard. It's not always going to be easy commercial. There's always one of those. It was great. Kids were cute.
Right. And then
Bud Light,
Bud Light,
coming
Post
in.
Malone. They've been doing these
This was
kind of buddy
fine.
commercials. It just seemed like it was another. It was average to me. This is one at the wedding, right?
Yes.
Yes.
At the wedding,
Okay.
they chased the
Yeah.
keg down. Now this one, this is so the two that tied for number 10.
Yes.
Are the Amazon Alexa one that I love, and then the Ring doorbell, Be a Hero.
Now that's interesting because some facts have come out about that. How that Ring doorbells, the pet finder service, I guess, on Ring is now helping people find lost pets, which is a really cool thing.
A lot has been coming out lately on people relying on their Ring doorbell and then but not subscribing to the service and the issues that's causing. Yeah,
I'm gonna
there's
get in trouble with that then.
there's a lot happening there. But then the Amazon Alexa one was pretty
So it was.
hilarious.
So I did watch this commercial, and now I'm looking at it. I can't tell you what it was about. What was
The
happening?
Amazon Alexa.
Yeah.
So she asks Alexa, I can't remember what she asks. it.
Yeah.
And it gives her an answer. And so she's like, this is what you're going to do.
Right.
And then Chris is like, well, but how are you going to believe that? He jumps down this like conspiracy rabbit hole of what if Alexa tells you to
Oh,
like
that's right.
kill me?
Right,
And
yes. Would
what
you
if
do
Alexa's
everything that
actually
Alexa
trying
said?
to take over and get me out of here?
Right. Yeah.
And it just keeps going. And finally, he kind of gives up. And then at the very end, I can't remember exactly what Alexa says, but Alexa says something that kind of leans toward what his like, Alexa's trying to get rid of you type thing.
Yeah,
It
for
was,
sure.
It was cute.
Classic. Okay, so that was kind of your top 10. I mean,
Yep.
we could go on and on
We
and on.
could
I'm
keep
sure
going, but-
everybody had their own favorites, but there were some good ones. I mean,
Yeah.
overall, I just give it a meh.
Yeah, I wasn't super impressed by anything.
I mean,
Halftime, yes, but
well, we already
game
talked about
and
how the game was kind of
commercials.
dull, and the commercials seemed like, I don't know, they weren't hitting, and maybe it's just because now I'm middle-aged. Maybe they're not
Maybe.
as exciting, but I don't know that my
Maybe.
kids
I
were
don't
that
know.
excited. What kid likes commercials anyway?
Yeah,
You
they're
know?
not used to. They're used to being able to hit skip
Right.
and go through commercials.
I did find it interesting that the ones that they released early didn't make it on that top 10 list. Like they released that Sabrina Carpenter with the Pringles guy. They
Which was
released
kinda
that
weird.
Bo and Yang Ritz
Yes, the
commercial
Ritz
a little bit
commercial.
early. Speaking of Ring, I just
of
got a
those were-
notification on my phone. I wonder if Ring can hear me talking about it.
Maybe.
It's like you should subscribe.
You should. You
Okay.
should subscribe.
You should keep subscribing to us. We're going to be right back in a minute. Stay with us. We got to talk about another big talker, which is the Olympics. So that's coming up right after this quick break. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Right about now. So
Right
glad
about
you're
now.
joining us. We've talked about the Super Bowl. We talked about the big game. We talked about the numbers. We have been engrossed in Betsy's ongoing saga and her battle with her AirPod.
My
If you
AirPod.
missed that earlier in the show, you really are planning to leave here and then to go track that thing down, right?
Yes.
Do you think it has high enough battery that you can have it chirp again for you?
The battery was full
Okay.
when I started using it. Now I didn't check the battery before I left. It should have plenty of battery
Right.
in that amount of time because it's not doing anything right now. It's not it. So
It's
it
just
should
sitting there.
be able to chirp at me when I get back to
What do you remember?
fridge.
What were you listening to? A book, podcast? Did you have a song blasting? What happened the moment that the AirPod escaped your ear?
I had music playing. I cannot
No?
tell you what was playing. Just one of my random. I'm
Do
at
you?
the back half of my run, so I'm going to run a little faster, Jason.
You know, my a long time ago, I don't feel like it has this feature anymore. But on my watch or something, you could hit a button that was like that's my jam.
Yeah.
Like when you needed the extra oomph to get up the hill. I don't feel like I
know
have that
that's-
function
yeah,
anymore, but for
I
a little
need
while it
that.
was a thing. Maybe you had to go through your phone. Remember we were
Maybe.
running through our phones at the time. Anyway,
Yeah.
what would your song be?
Oh gosh, I think that changes regularly.
Yeah,
I don't know
me
that
too.
I have
It
one
totally
just off
does.
the top of my head, but there's
What is it today? And viewers want to know.
viewers want. I don't know. Let me pull up my Spotify.
Pull
I
up your
don't-
Spotify real quick. Give us a
and I can
us a
tell you
taste.
kind of what's I have. So
Running Up That Hill by
We've
Kate
talked
Bush?
about both of us having rather eclectic
Oh yeah.
music tastes. And my running is not much different. It's still very
Same.
eclectic.
Mine's weird.
Rage Against the Machine.
Okay.
Killing in the Name. That's going to
That's-
get me up. There's
that's
a
it.
couple hills on my way back that are up.
That's it. That's gonna get you to the
That's
top.
going to get me up the hill. I don't know. I like a good Kendrick Lamar when I'm running low.
Mustard.
Yeah. Lady Gaga can get you up that hill. Yeah.
That's a good list. Right now, this is weird for me because for so long I made fun of people who listened to podcasts or just had talking in their ear while they were
While
running.
they're running.
I'm listening to audiobooks
Yeah.
now.
I could see once you get to the point where you're running as far as you are. Like
Right.
I'm topping out at 5 and 6 miles right now. I can
Yeah.
do music for that long, but I could see if I'm going any further than that,
Right.
how it would actually having
You would lose
something-
attention.
Right. Having
But so
something that
I
could
do
keep
like
me-
I do flip. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, this book is getting
Oh, no.
boring, right? So I need something to
Yeah.
help me pound the pavement more. So I'll turn on a song at that
Yeah.
point. But yeah, recently I've been listening to books about horses. That gets me from point A to point B. Withhold your comments about that.
Okay.
That is, if you haven't read Tom's Crossing, which is the thickest book that I've ever attempted to read in my life, it's
Was this one of- I was gonna say, this is
1,800
one of your
pages,
super books.
and I'm halfway through. So I'm going to keep listening to it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Okay.
We got,
You do
what
that.
do we have? Talk
Medal
about
count. Let's talk about
medal
the
count.
Olympics.
Well, I feel like whenever this airs, the medals are going to be different.
They are going to be different.
So-
you can go on to Olympics.com and get the most updated, by the minute.
What have
kind
you
of medal
watched so
count.
far that you have enjoyed watching? The USA has had just this week has had some huge days where we've kind of gotten
Yes.
back up on the leaderboard because I feel like we got off to a slow start.
We definitely had a bit of a slow start, and we're still only number 3.
But
in
our
medal
strategy,
count.
we don't ever, in my memory, have the most medals at the Winter Olympics.
No.
Summer Games were more likely to, but it's
We are
usually
more
those
dominant.
Scandinavian freezing cold countries
Yes.
anyway. Our strategy is always, let's flood the field with a bunch of athletes and put them in every sport and see if we
And
can
see
get
what
some
we
medals.
can do.
So
Yes.
they showed when they were doing the walk-ins, Jamaica, they got 6 athletes coming, and then here comes the USA, 200 and whatever,
Yes.
just so many.
So many.
Right.
So many.
But a lot of those athletes from other countries also train in the United States.
They
as
do.
well, so
They do. And then they go back to their home country to represent for the Olympics. I have watched a lot of figure skating. We've talked about how
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite.
Yep.
Snowboarding,
Yep.
the downhill where they're skiing.
Moguls.
What's it called? No, it's where they're actually doing it.
Ski
looks
jump.
like they're snowboarding, but they're on the skis and they're doing all the different
Yeah, going.
they're going on the rails and stuff. Like it's
Oh, they're doing
crazy.
tricks.
Yes.
Trick
Whatever
skiing.
it's called, freestyle or
Yeah,
something.
freestyle. That's
Yeah.
it. That is what it's called.
Been watching that. Last night they had the speed skaters on. Those people are crazy.
Did you get into the curling?
Watched some curling.
I wish we would have gotten
U.S.
gold.
did great.
But we did great. This is our first medal ever in that event. We took home
Yes.
silver, which was really exciting. The sad thing is we had just beaten the Swedes in the round robin, and then we lost to them right there at the last couple frames or whatever
Yeah.
in the finals. So.
But yes, did watch curling. I've been kind of up on a little bit of all of it. Violet and I watched the biathletes, and she was just absolutely blown away at how
Yep.
these people could cross country ski, stop, shoot, go
Did you
again.
see the guy? So this is aspirational goals. He was up a hill in skis, 6-minute mile. 6-minute mile.
Yeah. We just learned that I can't run that fast. That fast. And
Right.
he went uphill in skis.
Up a mountain on snow in skis, and the dude was getting it.
After having gone a long way, like this, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Anyway,
crazy.
it's impressive. Athletes are impressive
They
what they're able
are.
to do. So
There's been a lot of happenings at the Olympics.
Yep.
Have you seen all the little plushies that they've been getting?
Okay, so one of my favorites is the pierogi.
The pierogi
where
is so cute.
I think I have a link right here. What is the pierogi's from? I can't remember which country now.
So the pierogi is actually from Poland.
Poland. That's right.
And it is precious. You can get all these little pierogies. So
Oh, here
I
it is.
learned
Okay, finally, I found
I
it.
learned that because I was very curious as to why they were getting these plushies. I don't guess I'd really noticed it before, and it's been going on for several years. It started in figure skating. They didn't want people throwing flowers onto the ice because the stems would get under blades and
Okay.
it would trip people
Makes
up and
total
a whole
sense
thing.
now that
So
you say it.
people
Yeah.
started throwing plushies,
Right.
which I guess is a little better.
easier to
because
pick
then-
up,
right?
maybe?
Easier to pick up. So now, as they win medals, they are actually being given these little toys along with them, and they are replicas of that year's Olympic mascot. And Poland brought their own, and they brought pierogies.
Yeah, that is so cute. I mean,
They are.
why didn't
so
I think of
cute.
that? Somebody got rich on that.
Yeah, they did. And they're selling out. So they did have these toys where you could purchase them as well, but they have very quickly sold out of the purchasable ones.
Okay.
So now you can, eBay buy them for much, much, much more.
here you're looking at the official mascots of
Mhm.
the games.
These little animals.
Tina and Milo,
Mhm.
obviously Milan and Cortina, adorable.
So, and every year the mascot is picked based off of the country and something that stands for the country in the Olympics. And these little characters are resilient and love the cold.
You got to if you're
And pierogies are
if you're the
just
winter game.
delicious
Pierogies are delicious.
and keep you warm and full.
Yes, that's right. For us at home, I'm telling you, sports makes you want to eat, right?
It
It's the whole
does.
Uber Eats commercial.
I like to watch you work hard while I stuff my face.
That's right. And also, like with curling, in a matter of 5 minutes, I am an expert at that game.
Oh my gosh,
And
yes.
I am telling you that you did it wrong. And why did you spin it that way? You got to.
What'd you do
You
that
got a curl
for?
right there. You don't want it to go straight. You know, like,
Yeah.
what do I know? But I am just eating a pierogi, telling you how it should be
Yep.
done from
Yep.
home.
Yep.
Like a lot of people, I think.
Winning his gold medal from his armchair.
That's right. Absolutely. Well, sad news. I guess we can get into some sad
Okay.
news. Before we do that, let's
right.
talk about the games one more time.
All right.
Is there anything that's upcoming that you're looking forward to?
There is still continued. They're continuing with figure skating.
Yeah.
Love that. I do want to see as they continue through the snowboarding, and they're starting to get because they've been doing the trials,
Right.
and they're getting into or qualifying, I think is what it's called, and they're
Yes.
actually getting into the real things, the real games now.
The real. This is the
real,
metal
yeah.
games,
I'm
right?
really interested to
Yeah.
watch those. Hockey is happening.
Hockey's always fun.
Always fun to watch. I mean, just a little bit of everything.
Well, here's some sad news. Not what I was talking about, but
Yeah.
Lindsey Vonn.
Oh gosh,
Heartbreak, right?
It is. So she immediately before the games even actually started on a training run.
Yeah. Tore her ACL.
Tore her ACL. Decided she was going to compete anyway. She's at the Olympics. She's there. Let's do it. She went down for her run. Fell almost immediately.
Yeah, it was very quick. She clipped a gate and broke her leg
Broke
in 3
her
places.
leg.
At least 3 places, I think.
Uh-huh.
I saw an image of her x-ray and I was
Mhm.
like, that leg is shattered.
Yeah. Yes. That's terrible, horrible. She seems to be in great spirits.
I hope so.
Hopefully it stays that way. To me, it looks
And
definitely career ending.
in that event, I think it's a little bit overshadowed that the USA actually won the gold medal.
They did.
Breezy
Yes, Breezy
won.
Johnson won the gold. And she was one of the first racers down.
Right. Yeah.
Can you imagine being the first racer after something like Lindsay's accident happens?
It's hard.
And having to fly
Put it all
yourself
together and you got to
down?
go right over the same place.
Right?
I don't know that you would even know that though, because it's so steep. There's no way you could potentially see where she
Where she
fell or
was.
whatever. But like in my mind, that would be playing over and over again. If I saw that fall happen, I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, here it comes! Here it comes!" Those, if I was skiing
Yes.
downhill, because I'm an expert now,
Of course you are.
but they go so fast. It's like you'd be like, "Here it comes! There it goes!" You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like you're through
They
it so
are going,
quick.
they are topping out at 75, 80 miles an hour. Those are high interstate speeds.
Yes.
And this is a human with no protection
Yeah.
except a helmet
Yep. That's it. Goggles.
flying down that hill.
Wild.
And me skiing down a little green hill,
Right. Little bunny slope.
hitting 25 miles an hour and like, I'm going so fast. Slow
Yes.
down, slow down, slow down. And they're
Yes.
hitting 80.
Yeah. You're like
And
pizza,
just
pizza,
Chill
pizza.
it, just hanging.
Yeah. Wild.
Oh my gosh.
The moguls are the one that gets me because every time
Oh,
I watch that,
yes.
my knees
My
are like,
knees hurt.
hey, great. Maybe that will not cause you any problems later in life, but it looks like it can be jarring on those
Yes,
knees.
That looks rough.
Rough. Okay, well, we lost a couple of great Hollywood
did.
icons recently. Catherine O'Hara and James Vanderbeek.
Mhm.
Just kind of sad, a sad
Yeah.
moment, I feel
Two
like.
big names in many generations.
That's right.
But our generation grew up, these were
Watching.
a big part
Kevin!
of our life.
Yes. Home Alone, obviously Catherine O'Hara, Home Alone, all the Christopher Guest mockumentary movies.
which were fantastic.
Yes, she had a big resurgence on Schitt's Creek, the Canadian sitcom, which kind of took over everybody's screens for a while.
Schitt's Creek is one of those watches when I just
so
want to
good.
sit down and watch something that I've watched before, and I can just turn episodes on and
just let it go.
just let it go.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
And then James Vanderbeek, obviously Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek. My best friend and I watched every week. That's when you watched a show a week.
Wow.
They came out weekly.
What? This happened?
We would
in
record
the
them,
annals of human
right?
history?
We would record them on a VHS tape if we weren't able to watch it and come back, because you could set your VCR to record.
You could.
At a specific time. And we would come back and watch it later. We had parasympathetic relationships with these people.
Makes sense.
Were in the same age range. They were actually just a little bit older than we were, but they were playing our age range as we were going through their life with them in high school. Oh, it's heartbreaking.
I know. And he announced that he was battling cancer, and he had actually been battling cancer for a year before that.
Yes.
So he, I think, was diagnosed in 2023. He came out with it publicly in 2024, but that's quick.
It's
quick. Just 3 years to be battling. And there is now, I haven't gotten into the weeds of all of it, but obviously medical expenses are a lot.
Yes.
So actors like Paul Walter Hauser have been getting on board to kind of help him raise funds while he was alive to pay for some of those. And now his family, I know if you feel so inclined, they've set up a GoFundMe page as well at this current moment. So anyway,
and not all actors are making all the money you think they are.
That's absolutely right. So
it's a tougher job than people realize.
It's tough in a lot of ways, I think, to be a Hollywood actor, to be public, so public with your life, and then also to have to make money. You got to keep making shows to make money. Just like
you have to keep being out there.
You can't do your job for 1 year and then decide, well, I'm good.
Right.
It is a job for these people. So, and he has a family. Anyway, sad losses in some Hollywood icons recently. Let's do this. When we come back, did you say you had some food to try?
I do.
Okay.
I brought you a treat.
Yes, we'll do treats. We'll do, I don't know, we got a couple other things we could talk about that are happening here in Northwest Arkansas. We always love to give you reasons why you should come pay us a visit here. So stick around. We got a little more happening on the show. It'll be happening right about now. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Betsy, before the break, you said you you brought some treats, and literally right now my stomach is rumbling.
Oh, good.
I don't think I must not have had anything to eat yet. So what do we have?
You didn't have anything to eat yet. I'm not telling you what it is until after you eat it.
Okay, so I got to taste it.
It is heart-shaped, and it is chocolate-covered.
Hold that up a little more.
That's all you get to
know. Yeah, there you go.
Heart-shaped and chocolate-covered. Okay, so I'm going to hand you one.
Okay.
I'll put it on the lid. There you go.
Put it on the lid. I love a good lid cookie. It looks like a cookie. I don't know.
I mean, you could call it a cookie.
Man, it is. You got chocolate on both sides.
All of it. And I kind of got chocolate everywhere. I was not prepared to completely chocolate this thing, but I sure did it.
I know what this is. Let me see.
You thought you knew, and then you weren't so sure.
Well, is that peanut butter in it?
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I'm trying it. I didn't try it before.
Is it peanut butter powder, or is that actual peanut butter?
No, it's actual peanut butter.
Okay.
So this is one of those recipes that is supposed to be a healthier version, not in terms of calories or fat, once I tell you what's in it, but a healthier version.
I was going for another bite, and now I'm like, well, maybe not.
No, you can eat the whole thing, I promise.
Okay.
Of a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, I can taste that.
Okay. So you can, I get it. Now this is not replacing my Reese's peanut butter cup.
We got a little salt on the chocolate too, right?
So it is dates.
Ooh.
peanut butter,
Uh-huh.
almond flour,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's covered in dark chocolate, and I sprinkled some sea salt on the top. That's it. So it is a much
good.
healthier version in terms of you've got your fiber, your sugar count. It's natural peanut butter in there. You don't have all of the preservatives and chemicals and extra stuff that they put in. But dates are not a low-calorie, low-fat food. Peanut butter is not a low-calorie, low-fat food. But when you're looking at things like this, it negates because
There
you've
is
got
some
all
nutritional
sorts of-
value to this,
There is
though.
nutritional value in
Right,
this.
which is different than a
right.
Reese's cup. I mean, those are delicious. The peanut butter
Nowadays,
maybe has a little
lather
bit
it
of
in chocolate.
yeah, and that's the most nutritional thing on there.
Mm-hmm.
So, absolutely delicious. How many did you make at a time? And did you use a cookie cutter or did you
I
shape
used
them
a
this
cookie
way?
cutter.
Okay.
I used a large heart-shaped cookie cutter. It made 12. The one
Okay.
recipe made 12. It was about a cup of pitted medical dates,
Yeah.
3/4 of a cup of natural peanut butter, 1/3 of a cup of almond flour, cover it in chocolate. You do have to let them sit. Highly, highly, highly recommend when you are doing something like a lot of the recipes that I make that are using dates or cashews, things like that, have a real food processor or a very high powered blender, because otherwise you are going to be fighting a sticky mess trying
And
to
nobody
get
wants
everything
that.
to incorporate. But yeah, super simple. You don't have to cook anything. You just roll it out like dough, cut them out, stick them in the freezer, let them set hard enough to be able to cover them in chocolate, which is the hardest part. And then you're ready to go.
Well, this is delicious. You outdid yourself. Might be
Thanks.
my favorite thing that you've brought into the show so far. So,
Okay.
awesome stuff.
Well, we got lots of Valentine's things happening.
Well, yes, absolutely. So it is going to be Valentine's weekend, but it's also, I got to give a quick plug to Mardi Gras weekend because the Mardi Gras parade is happening both in Fayetteville and in Eureka Springs. Now, it might be wet and soggy in Northwest Arkansas. So if you're coming out to any of the outdoor events we're going to talk about, you want to plan accordingly. And always you can download our KNWA Weather Authority app to stay
Wet
up
and
to date
soggy,
with
but
all
not
the
freezing
latest.
cold.
That's right, not freezing cold. It's very true. So there are several things we could do. I think this one thing may have already happened at the Arkansas Air and Military Museum. So let's look at the 612 Coffee House and Bar.
Yeah.
Paint your own pottery event.
Paint your
that's
own
coming
pottery.
up.
I am always surprised. 612 Coffee House does a lot of things.
Absolutely, they do.
A lot of things. And several of them are very crafty. And a lot of times people want to be able to try something out like painting, pottery,
Yep.
doing things like that. And they don't know where to go or how to get started. Super simple. They're going to have all of the supplies there for you. You have yourself a cup of coffee while you're there. Pop in. It's a great little way, whether you're going just yourself, going with a galentine or a palentine,
Yep.
or your actual Valentine, and do something fun in the middle of the day.
Absolutely. And we're obviously checking out events on experiencefayetteville.com.
We love
They got tons of stuff there to do. Obviously, on Saturday, there's a big home game for the Arkansas Razorback basketball team. Men's basketball team is going to be taking on Auburn at 7:30 inside of Bud. So maybe get your tickets for that. There, and if you don't have tickets for it, they usually do some kind of exchange. So people, season ticket holders who might not be able to make it to this game,
Yeah.
you just need to stay tuned to your socials for that. But pack the Bud out, man. We need to win this game against Auburn. We need to win all the games, but we lost to Auburn at their place earlier in the season, so it would be great if we could take this
Would
one.
be amazing if we could bring it home and beat them.
What is this tarot card reading thing?
Okay, so Terra Studios, Bluebirds
Love
of
them.
Happiness.
Yes,
Okay, they're
of course.
amazing. For Valentine's Day, on Valentine's Day, they are actually having a tarot card reader out at the studio, and you can come in. So they've got two things happening kind of at one time. They've
Right.
got a couple's stained glass. You can come, whatever your couple looks like. Two people get to learn how to make stained glass. At the same time, they have a tarot card reader there that will be reading tarot cards. Have you ever done that?
I've never had a tarot card reading.
Me either.
Yeah,
It's
but you're interested, huh?
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested. It did send me down just a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I looked up horoscopes and Horoscopes
you
are
into?
always so interesting because
Yeah,
they're
they are.
so broad.
Yes, that it could be anything.
You could just
That's the
place
idea.
it anywhere.
Right.
My daughter Kendall and Kendall likes to watch Thousand Pound Sisters, and we were watching it the other day. I was watching with her, and they were doing a tarot card reading, and it was funny because you could see kind of how readers could do it without actually being able to do anything. They get you talking.
Yeah.
And you start talking and you're telling them the things that they need to then come back and tell you.
Well, let's do this to close out the
Let's do
show.
it.
We've got weekly horoscopes from February 8th to February 14th, what
Yep.
to expect from your sign. So let's just have a look-see. What's your sign?
So I'm a Cancer.
You are a Cancer.
Yeah. I
That's,
am.
more ways than one.
I am invasive.
Can't
get rid of
that's
me.
right. Yeah. So this week might leave you feeling somewhat misunderstood, but rest assured that the people who really do get you will always be there to support and cheer you on. If you find yourself feeling especially alienated, reach out to one of your nearest and dearest for a little pep talk. How does that make you feel? Do you think that's accurate?
I mean, I could totally put that into the
Do you feel
week.
alienated because of your
I've been-
earbud loss?
My earbud
AirPod?
loss did make me feel a little alienated.
Yes.
So sure, I could
It's broad.
shape that around my
Yes,
week and
yes.
make that work. But I couldn't tell you specifically that just is. I have talked to my best friend this week, and we always pep each other up.
There you go.
Okay, what are you?
Virgo.
No, it's not surprising.
This sounds like a pep rally right here at the beginning of it. You'll be seen and understood by others, allowing your heart to soar to new heights. Unlike the past, they're getting to know the real you, not the mask you put on and the shell you hide behind. Good luck. Being raw and bare can be scary, but necessary in building intimacy.
You gonna let us see the real you,
I guess
Jason?
you're already seeing it according to this horoscope.
According to this,
That's-
whether he wants it or not.
That's right. You're going to see it.
Y'all are seeing past the shell.
Seeing past the shell. I feel like that should be its own show.
It should
The
be.
tarot card reader
Yes.
doing a show, seeing past the shell.
Seeing past the shell.
All right. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. You got to tune in again next week when we join you. We'll have more to discuss, more trending stories, more things that are happening in Northwest Arkansas, because there's always a ton, and we always love to give you a reason to come visit us up here. Stay safe out there, everybody. Stay dry as it's supposed to rain moving throughout the region.
We need the rain, but
We need the rain, but bummer. So hopefully we'll be past all of that when we see you again on the flip side. And as we say every week, you can't be right about everything, but you can be
right about now.